Hey guys, what is up? How's it going? This is Kazi from cleverprogrammer.com. Welcome to level up your Python from zero to your first paycheck, even if you have never written a line of code. This is my flagship webinar, and I try to run it. Recently, I've been trying to run it and crush it on this. So welcome to this webinar. You're going to learn amazing amount of stuff. It's going to be really, really invaluable. And I am just super excited. So first, I just want to make sure that all of you guys are here and ready to go. Going to take a look at the chat and see where everybody is in from. Hi, John. Hey, David. Hey, Siddharth. Rohan. How is everybody doing? Hi, Ankit, Dominic, Jasim. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, we got nice stuff coming up. Guys, how dope is this setup looking, by the way? I had my Python mug. I actually don't have it on me right this second, but that's what I'm drinking the coffee into now, actually. All right, anyways, I'm your host, Rafik Kazi, and we're going to be doing level up your Python from zero to your first paycheck. I want to make sure, can all of you guys hear me correctly and the audio is good to go? We're going to be getting started in about 2 more minutes, or let's say, 2 more minutes. I want to make sure that everybody can come in and get settled. In the meantime, all the distracting stuff, take it away, put it away. And I want you guys to focus and be present here with me in this amazing Pythonic moment. Just look at this. All right, good. Everybody can hear me. Good. Joshua, Priyanka, Almaz, Michelle, Louis, Kapil, Faisal, Pierre. Woo! All right. So we're going to get started in less than 1 minute. Welcome to Level Up Your Python from zero to your first paycheck. This is your host, Rafik Kazi, and the founder of this little tiny coding channel called Clever Programmer. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to get started in a little bit. The funny thing that was happening a little bit earlier was I thought I was live and I was trying to talk with you guys, and then I realized I was not live at all. But I am live now, and hopefully we won't run into any more issues. And I'm going to get my screencast going so you guys can focus on and learn the epic stuff I'm going to be sharing with you today. Okay? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for an hour of jam-packed, value-packed, amazing stuff about Python programming, the amazing job opportunities you can tap into, how you can make a recurring income and generate revenue, even if you're a complete beginner, a 3-month roadmap, step-by-step to get your very first client. Are you ready for all of that? If you are, let me know, and then we'll go. Cool. All right. So I'm going to turn off the screencast. I'm going to turn off the chat so you guys can focus, and I will just pop open my screen so you guys can see what's going on. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's turn on my screencast. Let's turn off my video. Let's hopefully keep the mic open, and let's pop this bad boy open right here. And let's make sure you guys are seeing everything correctly and it's not messing up. Okay, so welcome to Level Up Your Python from zero to your first paycheck. Are you guys seeing this slide okay? Okay, good. Good. Before we start, here's what I want you guys to do, okay? I want all of your attention right here. And the reason is that I want you to walk away with the biggest bang for your buck and get the best results possible. The only way to do that is if we are all on the same page and doing this together. My goal for you is to give you very specific, strategic, actionable advice that cuts through the noise. And I want you to be able to walk away from today's webinar and put it into action and literally crush 2018 going into it as a programmer, whether you have some skill in programming right now or not, or whether you're a complete beginner. That's my goal for you. But the only way we can do that is if we're on the same page. So please turn off your, let me make sure that this little thing is not doing this thing where everything turns dark for you guys. So turn off everything, email, Facebook, close out of other tabs, focus on this one, please. Silence your phones, put them in do not disturb or airplane mode, and have something with you to take notes on, because when you write stuff, it gets internalized into your brain. When I type stuff, a lot of the times it's in something like Evernote and I have to refer back to it. But when I write with my hand, it's internalized here and it's within my brain database, so it doesn't go anywhere. Cool. Now, I want to make sure that you guys stick around to the end because I have some amazing bonuses for you, okay? So you're going to get an opportunity to get 2 special bonuses. You're going to get 2 very, very special bonuses. So let me share with you what those are going to be. One, I'm going to be sharing with you my $20,173 Craigslist ad swipe copy. This was the swipe copy I used to land a client that ended up paying me $20,173 for only 2 months of work, okay? This was an ad I posted on Craigslist for software developers, and that's what it did for me. I'm going to be giving you that exact ad. Are you excited? Is this something that you want? Okay, cool. With that said, I have your bonus 2 with you, which is going to be the Profitable Programmer Portfolio plus video guide. So essentially, it's a mini course along with a portfolio that you can start using from today as a programmer, okay? As a Python programmer or whatever you want to go on to do. I'm going to be handing it to you, and check it out. This is a portfolio we made, and I'm going to give you the exact portfolio, and then I'm going to give a video guide along with it that'll explain to you how you can customize it and personalize it to your own needs. Is that something that's exciting to you? Does that get your engines going? Cool. All right. So stick around till the end to get those bonuses. Hi, I'm Rafik Hazi, and here is who I am. All right. I am honestly a goofy kid at heart. I love to joke around, have fun, but I also like to be very, very practical from time to time. I am the founder of Clever Programmer, which is the fastest growing coding channel ever. And we have over 100,000 awesome students enrolled in our coding programs in less than 1 year. I am also a 6-figure Python freelancer, and I became a 6-figure Python freelancer while I was at Oakton Community College as a 2.0 GPA student. All right, so not a very good student at all. And it's because of a system that I discovered that I found out that it works even better for others. And that's what I'm here to share with you. All right. So this system I figured out through a lot of frustration. And now let me ask you a question right now. Do you want the easy way that saves you time, money, and frustration? Is that something that you would like? Is that something that would help you guys? Now look, in the past, I went through lots of coding resources, all right, but I didn't make much progress. So this is kind of my story about how I got started into a lot of this. And when I was starting out, it was pretty difficult for me, all right? I would be doing coding problems, and I remember early 2015, I was working on creating this search engine on Udacity. I was going through, I think, one of the computer programming courses. I think it's called Intro to Computer Science, and primarily they're using Python. They're trying to go from just very beginner code, and all of a sudden, and tell me if you guys feel like this too. You know, video 1 is like simple stuff. You're doing hello world, And then video 2 and video 3 and video 4, all of a sudden, you're doing rocket science, right? We're trying to create this crazy search engine that mimics Google search engine. And we're talking about indexing pages, and we're talking about creating scrapers and robots. And I was like, what in the world is going on? How did I just go from working on code, like some simple code that I could do, to working on this crazy search engine? And, you know, again, after trying to learn coding through random online resources for literally months, I was like, okay, there's got to be a better way, you know? But at that time, I was spending countless hours without making any progress. I didn't know how to actually get clients from coding or make any money from it. And I felt completely frustrated. Now, who here, before I continue, who here resonates with that? Do you guys feel that you do 1, 2, or 3 of these things, or maybe even all of these things, and find yourself stuck in a similar situation? Yeah, okay, cool. So a lot of you guys are saying that, yes, you guys feel this similar way. Yes, right? We've kind of all been there, and I'm glad that we've all been there together. But after going through this entire trial and error and this painful way of doing things, what ended up happening, again, after a lot of trial and error, I discovered something that literally changed everything for me, right? So after a lot of frustration, wasted time, wasted money into like buying so many online courses. I mean, I would go on Udemy and buy stuff on binge. Generally, I would wait for some kind of sale to happen on Udemy. And then I would just go on Udemy and just like buy a bunch of courses and like enroll in Coursera and Udacity courses and just like Codecademy and Team Treehouse. And I would just like go from course to course. But I felt frustrated. Like I didn't have any real world apps or projects to show for it. However, I ended up figuring out the most practical path to becoming a paid Python freelancer. And I was able to figure that out. And it was something that I found out would only take me as little as 3 months. That was something that was kind of crazy, right? And after I ended up figuring this out and got on this path, this was the result that happened. Literally 3 months into me starting to learn how to code, I got my first Python client. And that client paid me $20,173.30 for 2 months of work. Keep in mind that at this time, I was going to college. I was a college student, not a very good one, and I was in a community college. Okay. And I got to work on a cool project, and I wasn't some amazing coder either. I had just started. And this is my invoice. I was using Zoho or something. And you can see the payment amounts. And essentially, this was over the course of 2 months. While actually I was traveling at the same time, working on that Python programming projects for that client. And this is me in Mount Baldy with my family, my brother, Wakas. He's taking this picture. So this was a really amazing trip, and it was super cool because when you're downstairs, or not downstairs, but when you're on the lower level, the weather is perfectly fine. This is in California, by the way. The weather is like awesome. And then as soon as you come up the mountain, it gets freezing cold, and then there's ice. And I mean, that kind of blew me away. I was like, whoa, this is really cool. Because you know, I was living in Chicago, and things get a little bit boring there. It's flatlands, and you don't really see a weather change like this. You know, either it's just cold or it's just hot, and that's all it is. And this isn't just working for me. We have students at Clever Programmer who are crushing it with this exact system. So, you know, the system I'm going to show you in this video, in this webinar. So let's move on and go on to the next one. This is our student Shresh. It's kind of a tricky name. making $36 an hour while he's working from India, and he's 17 years old. Now, if you look, he has a student on PayPal paying him 30 Great British pounds. I think that's what GBP is, right? Which is equivalent to $36. So with this system, that's what he did, and he ended up getting a client at that rate. And I'm going to be showing you how you can do that too. Here's another student. This is one of the star students at Clever Programmer, and her name is Kitty Pang. She says, before I started your Python course, I had no idea what I was doing with my life. Just after a few months, I was offered an extension on my paid internship where I used Python and Django to build projects. Now I can work remotely and travel doing what I love. Cool. So with that said, are you guys ready to dive in? I'm pretty excited. All right. If you're excited, let's dive in and cover what you are here for and how you can steal this exact system that has worked for so many students and myself. All right, so let's find out your Python potential. As a Python web developer, this is a skill that's very, very highly paid, right? One of the best reasons before we start choosing a programming language, you have to understand what programming is. Programming just allows you to take your idea that's in your head and turn it into reality. We can do that with many different languages. So for example, you can learn the language English in real life, or Hindi, or Chinese, or whatever. With programming, you can learn Java, C, C++, JavaScript, Python. List doesn't end. The reason why we like to choose Python is because it's at the intersection of it's the easiest, one of the most paid, and one of the most trending. So here you can see it's highly paid, and average web developers are making $117,000 a year, and this is according to Paysub. And now if you look at this, Coding Dojo says that this is the 9 most in-demand programming languages, right? And you can see Python, and it's crushing it for 2017, and it's projected to crush it for 2018 as well. And the reason why I say it's so easy is because, look, the top 39 US computer science departments are all choosing Python, right? Why are they doing that? Why aren't they choosing Scratch, Scream, C++, C, MATLAB, Java? Why are they choosing Python? Well, Python is easy, and at the same time, it's being used by top level companies, right? It's being used by Instagram. It's being used by YouTube. It's being used by Google. It's being used by NASA, and the list goes on. So they wanted to pick something that was easy, and they wanted to pick something that was practical and super powerful. And with all these computer science departments, all these teaching introductory courses with Python, you know that the amount of jobs is going to be exploding for Python. So if you're in this industry, this means that there's a lot of job opportunity there for you. And especially as we go into 2018, the opportunity is exploding. There's lots of cool stuff you can do with Python. Okay, so if you want to do all that cool stuff, here's what you need to do and start off with. You need to learn Python web development. This is the easiest way to get into computer programming, start getting paid without needing crazy amount of credentials, PhDs, all that. This is literally about your skill level and what you got on your portfolio. So if you put something together in as little as 2 months or 3 months, this is a route that's possible and that's open for you. You can get into Python and do really boring things, but I know that you want to build really cool things. Like Raspberry Pi, which allows you to automate your home, control the temperature, do all kinds of crazy stuff with hardware. You can do social media apps with Python. For example, Instagram is a social media app. YouTube, to a certain extent, is a social media app. Imagine being able to build things like Instagram and YouTube. Right? There's another website called Lightning AI that lets you do automated ads for Facebook and Google. And that's built off of Python. You can do machine learning. You can do automated trading at Wall Street and become a quant. Quants make like $500,000 a year. If you're good at math, which I'm not, you can go the route of doing automated trading. And then also you can create web apps. So if you focus on becoming a web developer, then you can still learn all those other things. The cool thing is now you can put it on the web. And it's one of the most useful skills to have in today's day and age because everything is going to the internet. So with data science, which is something you can do with Python, look at this. In Walmart, they're replacing a lot of the people with, scan and go. You can go ahead, you can go to Walmart, and that scan and go, that can be built with something like Python because it's using a lot of machine learning, right? Or data science, because when you actually put your food on there, it's automatically sometimes calculating how much it should be and how everything is working. Something cooler, which you might have saw just a little bit earlier, is Google Car. This is an automated self-driving car. Now, Tesla is making it too. This is also something you can build with Python because if you're doing data science or machine learning, this is the kind of cool stuff that you can do. And again, look at all the stuff that's built with Python, right? Python web development. So you have Google, you have YouTube, you have Instagram, Reddit, Dropbox, Spotify, Pinterest, Eventbrite, Hipmunk, and again, the list goes on forever. Now, let's get into practical stuff, right? Specifically, what are the things that you need to know? You have to learn something called front end plus back end. When you combine the two, it's like a burger, okay? When you combine the two, you get something called full stack. Now, what that means is all the cool stuff you see on a website where you're clicking and pointing and doing things, that's your front end. All the stuff that you see, that all the logic that goes behind it, right? Like, for example, when you go to Instagram and how the images are loaded up and all the relevant stuff shows up, or when you go to Facebook and only the relevant posts show up. You might have 500 friends on Facebook, but how come all those friends that you only talked to when you were back in high school aren't showing up? Their posts aren't showing up, but the people whose posts are showing up are the people who, are relevant, are talking to you constantly, are close to you. That's the stuff that gets handled by backend. If you go to Google Maps, it routes and does the mapping algorithms, and that does it on the back end. Whereas when you click and point to it, that's the front end. Okay. So those are the things you have to know. Now, Python Django full stack developers earn an average salary of $117,000 a year. That's a pretty big salary. Would you agree? When you learn it, that's when you actually start getting paychecks for it. Now, how big are the paychecks? Well, let's look at it. Your Python earning potential calculator. We're going to dive in and we're going to get a little specific here, okay? So we're going to grab a calculator. We're going to grab your Python potential and we're going to figure out how much revenue you can be making realistically, okay? With one client at $50 an hour, and this is one of the lowest rates you can charge as a Python freelancer because Python freelancers charge $150 or $200 an hour on average. You can be making $2,000 a month with kind of a worst case scenario rate, regardless of where you are located. $2,000 a month. What can you be doing with that? Type that in and let me know. If you had $2,000 hitting your bank account, what would that mean for you? And let's check this out, okay? With one client at $50 an hour, and we have all the other clients at $0, and we're just saying you're not even working 40 hours a week. We're saying you're only working 10 hours a week. So you have part-time, easy job, okay? You're working 40 hours a month. You're doing something you love. Your weekly income comes out to be about $500, and your yearly income comes out to be about $24,000 from just one client. That's pretty crazy. Now, you could also have one client at the average Python freelancer rate of $150 an hour, and you can be making $6,000 a month. And the math behind that looks a little bit like this. So you have one client at $150 an hour. If you're doing 10 hours of work, again, not even 30 or 40, we're just assuming that you're doing 10 hours of work, you can be making $1,500 a week, $6,000 a month, and yearly from just one client, you're looking to make $72,000 a year. I don't know about you guys, but does that make it a little bit more real for you guys? Because for me, when I look at numbers and I look at like specific steps, it makes it a little bit more real for me. And that's when a lot of these things started connecting with me in my head. All right. Now, let's combine it a little bit. So let's say you have one client at $60 an hour, kind of a low Python freelancer rate, and you have another one where you have negotiated to work with them for $150 an hour. That's $100,000 a year, my friend. That's only 2 clients. That's literally how easy it can be. So with client 1, let's say they're paying you $150 an hour. Client 2 is paying you $60 an hour, and you're working 10 hours for both of those clients. Your weekly income looks to be about $2,100 a month, and your monthly income looks to be $8,400 a month, and your yearly income, if you total it up, it looks to be about $100,800 a year. Now, I get it. You're not going to have just 2 clients maybe for a whole year. But what a lot of the times happens is you might have like 4 clients, and then like the 4th one leaves and the 3rd one leaves, but you still have 2. And then you get more clients, right? So you might get a 3rd one and the 2nd one might leave. So you still have 1 or 2 clients at kind of all times. Does that make a little bit more sense? I know these sound like really big numbers, but they're very, very, very doable. It's not something that is very far-fetched. Okay, that's the reason why average developers are making over $117,000 a year. All right, so I want to give you guys a difference between like broke programmers versus profitable programmers. All right, so again, this is what my first client paid me. Okay, I just want to make sure that that's clear. And with that said, let's move on. Now, here's what 99% of the people think I got paid for. They think I did something incredibly complicated and I was building these crazy like backends and I was mapping all of this out. And it was this one epic project that was at the level of like Instagram or Facebook or Google or something like that, right? But it was not this. Here is what it actually looked like. So they told me I need to make an employee form for them. All right, because what they want to do. So I'm going over now my customer relationship management app that I created for a client. So they wanted to be able to register their employees in their system. So I built a form for them. It looks like a pretty clean, simple form, and it takes their user data and puts it in a database, and then that information is stored. Okay, so you can see there's kind of like a beautiful looking interface to it, and it looks nice. Maybe it was really complicated to write it. All right, now let me show you what I actually wrote to get this result. That same employee form is on the left-hand side. And now I want you to take a look at on the right-hand side. So you see where it says full name equals models.car field. Car field just means character field. And I said, let them only write 120 characters. Now, if you go over to the left, that's what this created. It created this field full name where they can write their name. Guess what I did for address? I just said address, car field, max length is equal to 300. Check it out. On the left-hand side, you can see address came up. And I did the same thing with city, and I did the same thing with kind of all of them. And you know how that date thing looks really beautiful? Right here, where I showed you this date looking thing, it looks nice. Check out the code I wrote for that. So let me go down where I wrote the date line. Where is it? Hire date. And look, I just wrote models.date field and then default date today, meaning if they click it, it should be today's date that's selected. Now, I didn't have to write any special code. I literally just Googled how to create a date field or something that makes dates look nice in Django, and there's already something made. There are developers who have spent hundreds to thousands of hours, and they have put this together for you, and you can just leverage it and write simple little commands, and it creates all of the beautiful, crazy, awesome stuff for you. You just have to leverage what's already existing. All right. And I pretty much did the same thing with making their company form. So the moral of the story is that I got a beautiful result with essentially dead simple code. Okay. I was able to create this nice looking interface for them. You can log out, you can change a password, you can register a new employee, you can edit an employee, you can read their data, you can delete their data. You have social security, state, hourly rate, income. And what effectively happened, and the reason why they paid me so much money, is because I essentially am making them, saving them $400,000 to $500,000 a year in manual labor. So this is something that took time away from each of their employees, and that was something really painful for them. And also, it made it really difficult for them to keep track of their other companies and who was sending them invoices and who wasn't sending them invoices. And to keep track of it, it was taking a lot of man hours, a lot of labor. So I created a system, it automated it, they saved a lot of money, and they wrote me a nice little check for $20K. Now, what I want to share with you is the real reason why people pay you real good money, and there's a lot of misconception for this, is not for building regular websites that look like About Me pages. It's for building web apps. It's for building solutions to burning problems. Now, the common myth is that, oh, websites are something that are commoditized. You send it over to some third world country and they do it for the cheapest price possible, and you can't possibly compete with them at that low of a price. That's a logical that's a fallacy, and that's not true. That's just simply a myth. You get paid for creating solutions. Okay, if you go and keep creating About Me pages, you can do that on Squarespace. You can do that on Weebly. You can do that on WordPress and whatnot. And that's essentially what gets outsourced. But if you build web apps like Dropbox, right? And check it out. What was a problem that Dropbox had? They had a cloud storage problem. And guess what it was solved with? This problem was solved with Python. They had a Spotify. This is essentially at its heart a music streaming problem. And guess what this was solved with? Python. YouTube, what kind of problem is this? This is a video sharing problem. And this was solved with Python. So you can see the trend here that people are not paying good money for. What people are not paying good money for is like, you can point and click and create a website and it has a restaurant's menu and boom, that's it. What people are paying for is burning problems that they can't figure out how to solve. But these burning problems would solve a lot of the world's problems, okay? So that's why when you work at YouTube, Spotify, Dropbox, or even other smaller companies like I did, right? I worked with a small freelancing, essentially, I was just one of their independent contractors, and they paid me pretty good money for it because I solved a burning problem, and that's what they needed at the time. So now I want you to become a six-figure Python developer. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen a week from now. It may not even happen 6 months or 12 months from now. But if you follow this roadmap, I can promise you that if you put in this effort, between 12 to 15 months, it's very, very realistically possible for you to become a six-figure Python developer. because that is what I did. I became a 6-figure Python developer in 12 months. Okay. And that's what I want you to be able to achieve with this roadmap. So here's the roadmap. Here are the 4 steps that are the most important, okay? I want you to look at only the orange stuff I've written. Don't worry about the text right now. You need to learn the fundamentals of Python. That's step 1. That means you just need to learn the basics of Python to be good enough to make a simple, let's say, tic-tac-toe game, or you are able to solve some kind of basic problem. You don't know anything about online web development yet, okay? So basic level proficiency, that doesn't take that much time. Second step is you need to focus on web development, okay? And how you know you're past this stage is if you build a web app or 2 with Python and you're using a framework, web framework like Django or Flask to build it, you're now ready to move on to the 3rd stage. And this 3rd stage that I'm going to reveal to you is actually the stage that I kind of discovered. And this honestly is like the ultimate shortcut to getting to where you need to go. So I discovered it because before I used to play chess and I was playing at a competitive level. I was top 1% in the world for chess. And I'm like, I love chess. How can I earn an income from it? And I discovered that I could coach it to other students, other people who wanted to learn it. Effectively, you can do the same thing with programming. And that's something I discovered. And now it's a repeatable system. I showed you Shred's testimonial where he had, he was making $36 an hour from doing this. So the 3rd step is you find coaching clients. This is not necessary. It's an optional step, but I would strongly recommend it. So you get somebody who wants to learn Python and they pay you for that. So what's happening here is you're fortifying your existing knowledge, you're building experience, and you're becoming a lot better at what you do. And then lastly, you're learning how to deal with clients already. You're getting a lot of real world experience under your belt. And if they write testimonials for you that you help them with programming in Python, that's extremely relevant when you go to ask for a job. And then the last step, the 4th step, is now you go on to freelancing, okay? So again, basics of Python, web development, coaching, and then freelancing. This is the roadmap that can help you become a 6-figure Python freelancer, all right? So this is your shortcut. Now, what was going on with me was I was thinking, what the heck is going on? Why is nobody teaching this stuff? Like the stuff that I literally just showed you. I spent forever looking around. I looked at courses on Coursera. I looked at Udacity. I looked at edX, Team Treehouse, Codecademy. And again, the list continues to go on. And I also saw my friends in college getting loans, but no jobs even after graduating. So at this point, I kind of knew that there was something wrong, right? I felt like I had to do something to change that for myself and maybe even change that for other people. And kind of where a lot of this came from in me was this kind of like burning desire to be able to find a different path and not only do it for myself, but then like share it with other people, is because like when I was 10 years old and we had just gone to the United States, I was at a red light and I was with my family. So we're sitting there and we're having a great time. Everything is going great. 30 seconds later, we get rear-ended by a car going at 70 miles an hour, just crashing right into us. Luckily, my mom literally just told me to put on like a seatbelt like 2 minutes beforehand. So I was 10. We all get out of the car. Everybody looks to be okay except for my mom. She was hurting and we didn't know why. She complained that there was something wrong with her back. We took her to the doctors and doctors did a check on her, and then they came out, and he told us that your mom has fractured 2 of her back discs. So imagine, right? You're very young. There's somebody that you love and truly care for, and you found out that they've fractured their discs, and that's something that's there for life, right? And I was thinking, I'm always like that crazy analytical person who's always thinking of worst case scenarios. So even when I was young, before I got emotional and cried, I was like, there's got to be a way out of this. So I'm thinking of the worst case scenarios, and I'm thinking of the best ways to get out of this. And I'm thinking, oh, no problem. We're going to get her surgery because then they can fix her back discs and put them back in place. Except we didn't have the money to pay for it. Me, my oldest brother, my other old brother who's older than me, my dad, none of them had money to pay to help my mom. That was the day where I had like the most sickening feeling, where I felt literally helpless, and I felt that I had no control over life. That if there was something bad happening, I would be literally useless, because at that time I was literally useless. And I saw that for over 12 years. I grew up and I saw my mom in excruciating pain. Somebody I love, you see them growing up in excruciating pain day in and day out. And I saw my brothers went the regular route of college. They had their goody two shoes. They followed the right path. They went to high school, got good grades. They went to college, got good grades. They got a crazy amount of loans. As soon as they got out, they got a job, and then they were just stuck in that job trying to pay their loans. They were living a life of 9 to 5, paper shuffling, soul crushing work, not able to come to big events, not able to spend time with their family and friends, and still not even able to help anybody. So what is the point? Right? At that point, I thought, what is the fucking point of doing all of this if you can't even support the people who are the closest to you? And so I wanted to discover a different path. I'm like, okay, college and everything is great, but I have to try to find a different way, right? Programming made me feel in control and finally stop feeling helpless. This was my way of letting out my creativity and putting it out into the world. Even if I had to do it for free, I would do it, because it lets me take what's in my brain and express it. So there was a lot of time where I was kind of dealing with anger, frustration, helplessness, these like really deep, buried, painful feelings. And it helped me kind of alleviate from that, right? And a really good part was that not only did it make me feel good, but people actually pay you for programming. And it even allowed me to afford my mom's surgery. So fast forward 12 years, I was able to pay for my mom's surgery, and here she is. Look at that. She's looking beautiful. I had to for security reasons, hide the nurse that was like pulling her on the stretcher and everything. And I looked pretty beat because I was up for about 30 hours in that room. Couldn't go to sleep. And you can see I have my backpack on, and my laptop is in my backpack. And I was still coding and programming and doing stuff while I was waiting for my mom in the hospital as well. That to me is everything. I was able to be there with my family. I was able to support them. I was able to take care, not only for myself, but also for those around me. That's what this gave me, okay? So with that said, I wanted to share this with other people and give them a different path. And that's essentially what I want to do for you. And that's what I have been trying to do for other clever programmer students. And again, this is something that's crushing it for them. And so I want to introduce to you this brand new course that we've put together. And it's really, really awesome. It's really, really cool. And I hope you're excited. I'm going to introduce you to the profitable programmer. How to create apps and land your first client with Python in less than 90 days. All right. Now, let me tell you what makes this course different. Here's what makes it different. You have theory versus practicality. This course focuses on being extremely practical. You could go to all these online websites and sit there and do coding challenges and coding problems, but not get a paying job. I want you to get a paying job, then you can nerd out and do all this stuff on websites like HackerRank and Project Euler. A lot of the courses are boring because somebody who made them is not even passionate about coding. They want to just sometimes put together a course, put it on Udemy, pay their bills with it. This is what I live for. I absolutely love computer programming, computer science, teaching this to people. I love being able to take my ideas and putting them into the real world. So there's that passion in this course that you can't find anywhere else, and you can't put a price on there either. Other courses are money out of your pocket versus this course where I'm focusing on putting money back in your pocket. That's what this course does. This course is designed to help you get clients that pay you. This course is designed for you to earn an income from it. All about ROI, okay? The return on your investment. I want to help you get not only coaching clients, but I also want to help you get freelancing clients as well. And I want you to be able to do that in less than 90 days. So let's go over a little bit of what is covered in this course. All right. So as you can see, we have a week where we go over all the fundamentals of Python. So this is just to make sure that we got you on board. This course is, again, for somebody who has no experience with Python, right? You're a complete beginner. And even if you're not a complete beginner, you're somebody who wants to know how you can earn an income with Python. So it's for both of those people. So the first week is essentially a crash course on the fundamentals of Python. We also have a week on the mindset of highly successful developers, all right? So we're going to cover all the big picture things you need to know as a Python developer, as a badass developer. So this is something that's very, very important. What we do in the second week is we create your Python freelancer portfolio. So already in week 2, we're using technologies and we're using a stack like Flask. I'm going to show you what is Flask and how you can use it. I'm going to show you how to build an app and deploy it. I will show you how to use GitHub, and I will show you how to use Heroku so you can take an app and put it online. Okay, so I'll give you your Python freelancer portfolio and show you how to put it online so anyone in the world can see it. And this will be real world stuff. This is not going to be stuff where you just have a baby project at the end of the day to show for it, where they don't even let you put it online. That was my most frustrating thing. There were either courses that were crazy advanced, and then there were other courses that had you build projects, but they were kind of like baby-like, and you can't use them anywhere, right? They would have you do it on something like codesculptor.io or .org. My goal is to help you do it the easiest way while showing you the main concepts behind it, okay? And while helping you build it on real platforms. So you can see this is one of our students in the course. And just in week 2, she put together her portfolio app and she shared it with us, okay? So this is her test version of this app, but this app is completely up. It's online, and she can use it and she can share this with the world. So on the left-hand side, you see me showing you code and walking through it. On the right-hand side, you see her portfolio. So I thought this was super cool. And we have lots of students who have already built something like that already, okay? Then the next step is in week 3, we're going to be doing Python Django blogging app, okay? So we'll build your blog, we'll deploy it online, and we'll put it on your portfolio. So already, guys, How crazy is this? Tell me. In week 3, we have built 2 apps with a full back end and front end, and they're online. How crazy is this? All right. This is pretty exciting to me. I hope that you're as excited as I am right now. So let's go ahead. In week 4, we build a to-do list Flask app. Okay, so we are using the web framework called Flask, and we're creating an app. We'll build this app using the Flask framework in Python. We'll deploy it online, and we'll also put it on your portfolio. So that same portfolio we have you build in week freaking 2, right? Not only have you you've already covered the fundamentals of Python. Not only have you already covered building a Django blogging app, not only have you built a portfolio app, but now we're building a to-do list Flask app. After this, in week 5, we're going to sexify your apps, okay? We're going to go and learn some HTML and CSS, and we're going to use that to make your web apps look really, really juicy. That's going to be the goal of this week, okay? Let's move on. Hopefully this will let me move my slide to the next one and won't keep me stuck here forever. Cool. Week 6, the Profitable Programmer Social Media Toolkit. This is where I'll show you how to set up your GitHub, LinkedIn, and Facebook as a Python developer, Python freelancer to get job opportunities and attract clients. I wanted to go further and say even attract clients on autopilot, because a lot of the job opportunities I have gotten have been straight from GitHub and LinkedIn, and I didn't even have to do anything for it. They just kind of came in my inbox. So a lot of recruiters and a lot of people on GitHub. And this is a system that I've shown to my students, and they're getting the same results. Week 7 is going to be the most exciting week, because this is where you're going to learn how to profit with Python. And just a hint, I added a full week on fundamentals of Python. So realistically, this is actually week 8. So you're getting more content than you even think and see right here. But cool. So profit with Python plus get your first paycheck in 90 days. So now that you're ready, in the last week, I'll show you where to get your clients, how to attract them, and build projects for them that they will pay you for. So you already have a real world portfolio, and you already have real world 2 to 3 fully completed apps that are on your portfolio. And now I'm going to essentially show you how you can go and market yourself and how you can get clients without having to even work hard for it. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next one. And this one is going to be this special one. All right. So Profitable Programmer private Facebook group. So whether you're at 0, right? So from 0 coding skills to when you land a client and need help, we're all here for each other. No matter where you are. Let's say you're a complete beginner and you need help with code. We're not going to write your code for you, but we're going to point you in the right direction. We're going to tell you which framework to use or which resources to use. And maybe if you're at a point where you're about to get a client, you're like, I don't know what contract to use. I don't know what to say to keep the client. I don't know how to have a recurrent client. You're going to get that support from everybody in the group. Guys, how is this so far? Are you guys excited so far? Has this been awesome? Can I get your permission to go further? I'm going to just patiently wait here till I have your permission. And then I'm going to continue further with this because it only gets better. It only gets better and it only gets more badass. So I'm going to check out what's going on chat. Cool. We got a lot of people still here and it looks like you guys are really, really loving it. Cool. Give me 1 second. Okay, so you're going to be getting a bonus as well, okay? This is going to be an interview with Amjad Masad, all right? Amjad Masad is the CEO and the founder of a company called Repl.it, all right? These guys are the most ultimate badasses, and this what this allows you to do is run Python in the cloud. He's also somebody who is a founding engineer of Codecademy. All right. Codecademy gets millions of visitors per month. So with the interview with Amjad, you're going to learn how to start your own company, software as a service, without putting a dollar out of your pocket into marketing. Okay. So again, this is a bonus. This is if you want to build that app that essentially changes the world and does really awesome stuff. That's essentially what this one is for. Okay. He has worked at Facebook as a software developer. And again, he's founded Repl.it, which is a company that's now used by Google, Facebook, UC Berkeley, and even Hack Reactor. So how is that so far? Is that something that is incredibly exciting for you guys? We also have an interview with Jessamine Smith. So this is where you're going to learn how to become the top coach, top coding mentor. So if you want to go the route of becoming that coaching, getting coaching clients, you know, that step between going from coaching to becoming a freelancer, that's who the best mentor is going to be for you. This is the interview for you. It's going to help you do that. She's been a software developer with over 15 years of experience, and she has been developing in Django, okay, as a full stack developer. You're going to learn how to get coaching clients plus land work as a Python freelancer from her. Okay, so that's what you're going to get out of this one. Now, here are what the other students are saying about this. Okay, so let's see if this is something that has worked for them or not. This is Nazar Mali, and he says, I was working as a freelancer since 2014 before I joined the course. I am a senior CG generalist, and after taking your course, I took a task I was taking a team in Brazil 7 days to complete, and I automated it with Python in 4 hours. And then he goes and he says, so basically I made $1,200 in 4 hours. Okay, so he did some really complicated stuff where he figured out how to automate his After Effects with Python and did something cool. And he got it from one of the courses at Clever Programmer. This is a pretty awesome result, right? If you were able to do that, would that be nice for you? If you could make $1,200 in 4 hours, would that be kind of a nice payday for you? What would you do with $1,200? I would pay a lot of my annoying bills like Netflix and Spotify and Hulu and whatever else, internet bill. And then maybe, you know, take a plane ticket to Columbia Marine and go whitewater rafting and come back. In basically 4 hours of work would pay for all of that. Isn't that kind of nice? All right. We also got Afreen Sheikh, who is a web developer. Okay. So I just showed you Nazar, who was a freelancer. Afreen Sheikh was actually a web developer. So she was a little bit more advanced. But check it out. She saved her company at least $23,000 with Python after taking, that's what she says. She says, after taking Kazi's course, and I did it by customizing my company's laboratory information management system. So besides the fact that I butchered her quote and tried to say it in third person and then switched to first person, all of this she's done, and she's gotten some really cool freaking results. So if you could save your company $23,000 with Python after taking one course, do you think that company might want to pay you a little bit more money? Might see you as a little bit, tiny bit more valuable to them? I would think so, my friend. I think you are going to be in for probably a promotion, and probably you can expect to get big paydays without them complaining and haggling you. And as you saw Kit some Pang, she got an internship as a Python and Django developer to build projects, and now she can work remotely and do what she likes, right? She's her own boss, essentially. So what could this mean for you? How much would one freelancing client at $50 an hour mean for you, right? If you had one freelancing client and you only got $50 and you only did 10 hours of work, you would be making $24,000 a year, my friend, with only one freelancing client. All right? And you could do this with everything I've shown you. If you're like, Kazi, I just want to walk away right now, you totally can. I've shown you everything, and you can take what I've shown you, right? And essentially do this. My course, what I'm about to show you, is a shortcut to these results. It's a faster path. I'm trying to save you anywhere from 10 to 20 years. Okay, so let me explain. Again, this would mean a lot for you, right? $24,000 a year is kind of cool from one client. Now, how much would one coaching client at, say, something like $50 an hour mean for you? Probably around $12,000 a year, because you're not going to be working with somebody you're coaching as much as you would when you're helping somebody as a freelancer. But $12,000 is still a lot. And think about this. Average Python web developers make $117,000 a year, and you get to impact millions of people with the code that you write. That's pretty crazy to me, right? That's pretty exciting as well once you kind of see this path laid out for you. Does this simplify it for you a little bit? I hope it does. And let me repeat that. You get to impact millions of people with the code that you write, all right? So this is an investment in your future. The investment for this course, Create Apps and Land Your First Client with Python, right? The profitable programmer course that I've shown you, that's what it'll help you do. The investment for this course is $497. That's all it is. And think about how much the developers make a year. And think about how much each client means for you. And check this out. Like I mentioned earlier, you're going to be getting a pretty awesome bonus. Okay? You're going to be getting the profitable programmer portfolio plus the video guide. Okay? So that video guide that you're going to be getting, that's essentially a course in its own right. And that's valued at $197. What else are you going to be getting? Let's check it out. If you buy this course in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to give you my $20,173 Craigslist ad swipe copy. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to start the timer and you're going to see it. And if anybody joins this course in that time, I'm going to give this to you for free, my friend. So I hope you're excited. I hope you're excited, and we're going to switch over. Let me refresh this really quickly. And then we'll get right back into it, okay? Here are your next steps. I'm going to simplify it for you. Here's what I want you to do. Step 1, I want you to click this button to go to the checkout page. You're going to be seeing it on the right-hand side, okay? It says, yes, I want this course. Step 2, you're going to see this page, the profitable programmer. And you can choose to pay with your credit card, or you can choose to pay with PayPal, whichever one is easier for you. And then at the bottom, you see the button that says click here to buy the course. Okay. Step 3. Wow, look at that. So juicy, right? Just look on the right-hand side and just see what you get. You go from mindset to portfolio to building a blogging app, Flask app, Sexify. I mean, if you just want to nerd out, just think about the technology stacks you're learning. You're learning about Flask. You're learning about Django. You're learning about web development. You're learning about front-end code versus back-end code. You're becoming a full-on, full-stack developer in the fastest way possible, okay? So that's step 2. Step 3, you're going to get a confirmation email with your account information to access the Profitable Programmer course. And once you're in, I want you to enjoy the welcome aboard section and click the link to join the Profitable Programmer private Facebook group. That's a lot of P's. Profitable Programmer private. Just if you're by yourself, just kind of say that to yourself. It sounds real. It's really fun to say, trust me. Step 5. Awesome. You're in, my friend. Congratulations. So here's what I want you to do. Now go get the course, killer, champion. And since this is a webinar only special, I'm going to be giving you my $20,173 Craigslist ads swipe copy. Here's another way you can go to this link. Here's another way, easy way. You can do cleverprogrammer.to/go. Awesome. We just had a student join. His name is Murali. Welcome, welcome. Cool. So here's how you can get started now for just $4.97 today. Click the button below or sign up here. So you can pay in full, all right? And that's the link, cleverprogrammer.to/PayPal. And I think we were nice enough to make a payment program for you. So if you go to cleverprogrammer.to/go, that's what that should give you. Now think about this. Every month we spend money on some stupid stuff. Yeah. For example, I'll tell you, I spend money on stupid stuff sometimes. For example, I'll spend it on movies and popcorn and getting sodas. I actually don't drink sodas, to be honest with you, but I do get Raffaello's. They're really awesome, especially the white chocolate ones. So think about that, right? Like, don't we spend a lot of money on like random stuff? If you added it up, it would be quite a bit. What I'm asking you to do here is I'm saying, look, you can spend all your money in a lot of other things, which are, if you have read the book by Robert Kiyosaki, right? Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he talks about assets versus liabilities. You can either spend your money in liabilities, and liabilities don't really do anything for you, right? They don't help you earn an income. They just suck your money out, and that's about it. So when you buy those popcorn and you eat them, that's about it. Yeah, that money is gone. But what I'm asking you to invest in is an asset. It's yourself. Because if your skill grows, and you're learning how exactly you can go and get clients and how you can find work and how you can crush it, right? And how you can earn that systemic recurring revenue of at least $1,000 to $2,000 a month. And that's in the low, the worst case scenarios. And then if you're earning $150 an hour working with a client, which is an average Python freelancer rate, you can be looking to earn $70,000 with just that one client, right? So again, that's what this course's focus is, to help you get those clients, to help you learn how you can use Python and get business with it for yourself. Here is another bonus that you're going to be getting. Interview with Justin Mitchell, okay? The CEO of Coding for Entrepreneurs. He is a full-time developer, and he's a top Udemy instructor for Python Django with over 325,000 plus students. And again, he's also a YouTube content creator with over 55,000 subscribers. This guy is really awesome, but more important than awesome is the value that that interview provides to you. So in that interview, we're going to be going over how you can go and build your own business with programming and Python, and how you can essentially be an entrepreneur. Okay, so how can you become an entrepreneur that can go out and get work as a Python freelancer and crush it? So I'm going to be sharing that with you as well. All right. Here is another nice bonus that you're going to be getting. And here's how I want you to think of this, right? With this interview, and this interview, Justin Mitchell is not somebody you can easily get time with. Yeah. And he's also somebody who can really help you with starting your own brand. So this interview would normally be valued at something like $500. Here is bonus number 5. I'm going to be giving you the insider's guide to landing a job at a company like EA Games, Microsoft, or even Square. This is an interview with Marius Buliandra. He has worked at EA Games, Microsoft, and Square. And we break down exactly how you can work at companies like Microsoft starting from zero coding skills. So we're literally going to reverse engineer the process of you being a complete beginner to then you going on to crush it with Python and be able to land jobs at companies like Microsoft, right? What exact steps you would need to take. Now, there's a lot of information out there, and this is valued at $297. Now, the problem with a lot of the online free course websites, and there's a lot of them, is because there's too much information out there, right? You can always go and learn everything from them because that's effectively what I did. I mean, I had a mentor, and Nick, his name was Nick, and that's who ended up helping me. But if you think about it, mostly it was the free course websites, but it took me forever to put 2 and 2 together. So you have all the information out there in the world, but that's exactly the problem. It creates a lot of noise for you. What you need is a step-by-step system that takes you and handholds you from you not knowing how to write a line of code, helps you learn coding, helps you generate an income while you're learning coding. So not only can you support yourself, but you can support other people around you financially, right? And that gives you the freedom, the time, the money, the leverage to live the lifestyle that you want. And I help you do that with laser sharp focus in this 7 to 8 week course. And I help you get those results in less than 90 days, right? But with all those online courses, I mean, if you look at most of the advice, it basically says, yeah, spend 2 to 3 years or 5 years and just learn coding. And then, just apply like a bunch of different jobs, like find your 10 top jobs and just keep applying to them. And essentially one of them will interview you. And then one day you'll be lucky enough to go in there and you have to know data structures and algorithms. And yeah, make sure you're really good at them. Spend like 4 or 5 years practicing those as well. And once you're in that room, pray to God you don't mess up, you don't get nervous, your interview skills and everything is on point, because otherwise you won't find work. And once you miss that, you kind of have to rinse and repeat that process. And if you ask some of the developers, this is the story that they're going to tell you. And if you ask a lot of the people who were going the route of becoming a developer but failed and quit, that's the same story they're going to tell you and the reason why, right? So again, this is something that could take you many years. Like it took Marius, it took him literally 10 years to get those jobs. But essentially what I want to do for you is help you get that same, help you just put you on the right path. So you don't have to waste time figuring it out yourself, spending years connecting the dots. How do you go from doing coding for free and learning it to getting paid and getting paid enough to take care of yourself. So actionable advice. Here is another bonus you're going to be getting, my friend. This is bonus number 6. And this is an interview you're going to get with Nick. He is my mentor, and he's worked as a teacher at Full Stack Academy, which is a really awesome coding boot camp. He's a Python consultant, and he's my personal mentor. And you'll learn what it takes to be a badass Python consultant when you're ready. So out of this interview, the value you're going to get is becoming a Python consultant, getting on that path of becoming that, and how you can get started on it. He's somebody who charges between $150 to $300 an hour working on projects for people. So how do you build that relationship with your clients? How do you keep them coming back and, you know, basically build a business with Python? This interview is valued at $300. And if you think I'm done here, wrong. I have got another bonus for you. This is an interview with another one of my personal business mentors. His name is Billy Bross, on a platform called Teachable, which is a multi-million-dollar company. They rated Billy as the #1 most recommended Facebook ads expert. So with this interview, you're going to learn how to crush it with Facebook and get an endless stream of clients through Facebook itself, okay, for Python. So again, we break down how to set up your Facebook to magnetically attract clients for Python. And we also go into Facebook ads if you want to amplify your results with paid traffic. So my goal for you is to help you get these clients, help you generate that recurring revenue. And with that revenue that you make, that money, that income that you make, to only then reinvest it into Facebook ads. In the start, I just want to show you how to crush it with Facebook by itself for free with $0 down. And then once you make your ROI, then you go and do paid traffic so you can just get those results faster. And with myself running the best coding channel in the world and Billy, who's the #1 rated Facebook ads expert, I think you guys are in pretty good hands. And our goal is to combine our powers and help you crush it, okay? So he's going to walk you through step by step on how to do this. We're going to have a screencast on this. And now this interview is valued at $2,000, okay? So if you add up all of these amazing things, I mean, this is about $5,000 to $6,000 worth of valuable stuff, because even if this could help you get just one client, your profit and your return on investment is going to be more than $6,000, right? And that's just 1 month. Now think about what that would be like over the course of a year or 2 years. So even if all of this was $6,000, $7,000, $10,000, you'd still be coming out net positive. But you don't have to pay $10,000 or $6,000 or $12,000 for all of this. You can get started now for just $497. Okay, this is essentially a steal at this point. And I'm not even trying to be like a marketing dude. I'm genuinely, I mean this, because I have taken every course on computer programming you can imagine. I have countless certifications on Coursera. I finished Team Treehouse courses. I finished Codecademy courses. And that's also why if you look up Python programming on YouTube, my channel will rank as 1, because I took so many of them and try to make it the best for you. It's not because I'm that smart. It's just literally I've learned so much stuff and I just wanted to share it, and it resonates with you guys. And so I want to go ahead and get you those results, and you can get those results. All you have to do is click the button below and go to cleverprogrammer.to/go. And guys, we just have a few minutes left before the bonus goes away for the Craigslist ad. How much? 14? Okay, so we have 14 minutes left before the Craigslist ad goes away. Okay, so don't miss out on that. If you're on the edge, get off the edge and take that leap. Okay, make sure you join because I'm going to help you crush it. The whole team at Clever Programmer is going to help you crush it. All right. Now, money replenishes. If you are at a job today, you get a paycheck. No matter how you spend that money, right? Hold on, let me take a sip of my Monster. Wow, that was very rejuvenating. Okay, no matter how you spend that money, right? You're going to get it back. Every 2 weeks, you get that paycheck. If it's for $400, $500, $1,000, whatever it is, you get that paycheck. So let's say you just bought a ton of popcorn this week. You're going to get that paycheck back, right? And get that money back. So money is something that replenishes. All I'm asking is that you invest that into this course, this asset. Essentially, it's an investment in yourself. And you're going to get that money not only replenished from your own job, but if you follow this course step by step, you're going to be generating an ROI, a return on your investment in this course that's going to replenish that money for you. Okay. Money is replenishable. Time is not. So I care for you. I don't want you to spend a lot of time to figure this out because once your time goes away, right? Let me ask you, does time replenish? It's pretty cool that money replenishes, right? But does time replenish though? I don't think so, my friend. I don't think so. So this is a lot of amazing stuff that you are going to be getting in this course, right? There's a lot of things that are added and you're going to be getting all of them. So at this point, what I want you to do is go ahead and take action. Go to that link or click that button below and jump on. Okay, that's what it's time to do right now. It's time to jump on and take action. And hopefully my slide app starts acting normally again, which it did. And cool, we're gonna go and see. So you can see why so many students are joining and taking advantage of this new course, the Profitable Programmer. So we already have students in week 1 earning an income from this course. We already have students in literally week 2 making portfolio apps with this course and getting results and getting clients and getting that recurring revenue. I want the same results for you. We have lots of students join right now, and I'll read you their reasons for joining. Hi, Sergio. Sergio joined. We have Nimisha. Nimisha is trying to join. We have Gregory. Welcome. Pawn Morali. Great. So we have a lot of students joining. So make sure that you join and get on board. Okay. Get with the program. $497. Go ahead, click the button, join. And I also have some other special stuff for you guys. Okay. So if you join today, you're not only going to get that Craigslist ad, you're also going to get that Profitable Programmer course, remember? So that Profitable Programmer course is a $200 course, and that Craigslist ad is a $97 ad that can help you get a client. Just imagine, right? Literally imagine that you don't even go through the course, some worst case scenario, like you just don't feel like going through the course. All you get is that Craigslist ad, and you use that ad, and that ad gets you a client. That client pays you, let's say $36 an hour, just like one of the students who got the client. Well, with only 10 hours of work per week, you're looking at $360. And in 4 weeks, you're looking at something that's over $1,200 a month just from that. Would you agree that that pays off for more than the course? Just a little over 2 times the price of the course. And if you stick with that client the month after and the month after, would you agree that you would almost 10x your money that you're investing in this course very, very quickly? I would agree. I hope you do too. Again, my goal is to put money back in your pocket. I don't want to just teach you stuff and then have you go, oh, yeah, go enjoy. You've learned. Because learning plus $2 will almost get you a Starbucks. Let me repeat that. Learning plus $2, understanding plus $2 will almost get you a Starbucks. This is said by Tony Robbins. You can't take understanding and learning to the bank. We have practical lives. We're very busy. We're short on time. This is the course where I only ask you to put 3 to 5 hours a week to get these results. I'm not saying it's easy. I am saying it's simple. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but I am saying that if you follow it step by step, you're going to get these results. Now, you can you have a choice here to make. You're at a crossroad. If you're still here, if you haven't joined yet, this is the crossroad that you're on. You can do this the slow way, or you can do this the fast way. There are developers making $30 an hour in literally 30 years. And then there are developers like myself who made $100 an hour in 3 months. This is not because I am incredible. This is not because I'm good at math. None of that. You saw I'm a terrible student. I'm really bad at this stuff. I had the right guidance. I had a mentor, and I ended up figuring out a path, and I kind of stumbled upon it. Okay. I couldn't find it on Google. I could not find it on Stack Overflow. I could not find it by like learning it myself. I could not find it in college. I'm a college dropout. I ended up finding it on my own, and I've made it my mission to teach it to you guys. And the developer that used to coach me when I was learning coding, I would pay to learn. This developer, this programmer, he was making $30 an hour working at his company. And he had been a programmer since like 1980s. So in 30 years, he was making $30 an hour. Okay. Now I want you to notice the difference between 100 and 30. It only sounds like a $70 difference, right? 100 minus 30 gives you 70. It's a $70 difference. Completely wrong. Do you know what that difference represents? 100 is almost 3 times, a little bit more than 3 times bigger than 30. So you know what that represents? That represents 3 lifetimes. The $100 an hour versus $30 an hour. The work that you would do in 1 lifetime with $30 an hour, the benefits you're going to get, you're going to have to spend 3 lifetimes and then some to get the benefits that I would get or another developer would get working at $100 an hour. And I want you to be that developer that does that and has that unfair edge and unfair advantage. Does that make sense? With that said, if you're still here, I want to give you more assurance. Before I continue, you guys, you have 5 minutes. So if you're going to join, please get the Craigslist ad. If you're on the fence, please join now so you don't miss out on the Craigslist ad. That ad alone can be crushing it for you. A lot of the students who are getting clients right now use that same exact ad in week 1 of the course and got those clients, okay? With that said, let's move on. Here's my special guarantee. This is 60-day money back. I do ask that you show me that you've put in the work, and I'll give you your money, no questions asked. I am completely behind the Profitable Programmer. My entire team is behind it. You're going to get amazing support as the Profitable Programmer student. We're going to have your back all the way. And this is my proof to you, okay? This is my gift to you that if for any reason it does not work for you and get you those results, right? You can call it quits and we'll just hand you back your money, okay? But I do want you to put in the work because I don't want somebody who just comes in with no commitment. I don't want that. If you are going to come in with no commitment, I promise you, you're not going to get any results. So don't come in at all. But if you're going to come in, I want you to commit and I want you to put in the work. You can get started now. Here's the link. And here's also what I want to show you. If your credit card or your card or for whatever reason you are ready to join, but you feel like you can't join, you don't have your money in your account, you're going to get paid a week later, you need to borrow from your friend, don't worry. I'll show you there is a way where you can still pay. There's something called PayPal credit. You get 6 months to pay this course off. So this course, the investment is $497. You're going to get 6 months with 0% interest. Okay. That means that you literally have 6 months to pay $497. It doesn't affect your credit in some negative way. It doesn't drop your credit score. None of that. And I'll show you how you can get it. Okay. So again, no payments plus no interest if paid in full in 6 months when you spend $99 or more. And I also went ahead and applied for PayPal credit, and it said your new credit line is $1,000. So essentially all you have to do is go to the PayPal link at the top, pay with PayPal, and somewhere it's going to say pay with credit, and then just apply for it, and it takes 2 seconds. All you need to do is put in your name, and then I think it asks for your social security. You click yes or continue, and then instantly calculates your credit line, and then it'll pay off the course, and then it'll give you a nice leverage to try it out. So let's say you join this course and you feel like in 2 months, if you're not already generating an income from what I show you, okay, and if you put in the work, I promise you will. If you're still not generating an income, you can be like, hey, I want to walk away. And I'll be like, cool, here's your money back. So at this point, I want you to jump into this bad boy. Okay, we're going to go here. You can get started. It's $497, my good friend. You can go to cleverprogrammer.to/PayPal where you can pay in credit or debit or PayPal. And here's where you can go to do the payment plan of 3 payments of $200. And you can use the link cleverprogrammer.to/go. Is there any time left? Okay, well, hurry up. There is 1 minute left, and the Craigslist ad swipe copy goes away. It's what helped me get my first client at $20,173 and crush, like literally catapult into a brilliantly successful career as a Python developer. It came off the heel of a Craigslist ad. So don't miss it. If you're going to join it, please join it now. Now, let's go over some frequently asked questions. Are there recorded videos for this course? Yes, you get lifetime access. Am I too old? Am I too young? Am I too dumb? No, none of those. We have students who are really old who are in the course and crushing it and building apps and putting them together. We have students who are young. For example, Shresht is only 17 years old. And he has a client that's already paying him $36 an hour, and this is his first week in the course. We have students, and am I too dumb? Guys, come on. I had a really low GPA, and I'm not even going to tell you what my ACT was in high school. It's just so bad, it's embarrassing. So it's not, you don't have to be some math genius, okay? Programming is like a language. It's like art. It's something that you pick up by doing it. Okay. That's all it is. You don't need, there's no some prerequisite skill that you need for programming. If you have a brain, if you can listen to me and understand my words, if you can turn on a computer, actually you have to know a little bit more than turning on a computer. You should be able to navigate on, internet, on Firefox, on Chrome, on Internet Explorer, and you should be able to type proficiently. Yeah, that's really it. Like if you can type and navigate the internet and have a computer, then this course can help you get to that level, okay? How fast it can help you get there it depends on your time. Now, again, also for am I too old? I got these results in 3 months, right? So if you have 3 months to spare or 90 days, if you're willing to invest 90 days into a kick-ass future where you're earning a pretty awesome income and you can work as a Python Django full stack developer starting at an average salary of $117,000 a year, I think everybody has 3 months for that, right? Most of us have 90 days to spend for that. So you're going to be good. You don't need to know math. You don't need to know Python to get into this course. We start from ground zero. Do I teach Python in this course? Absolutely. It's not just me talking. It's me literally teaching you stuff step by step, okay? And how much coding experience do I need for this course? You don't need a lot of coding experience for this course. You don't need any coding experience at all, okay? So with that said, I'm going to be jumping on and taking any questions you might still have at this point. So this is going to be the Q&A section with Kazi. All right. So let's make sure that everything doesn't just crash. So we will turn off screen share. We will turn on the webcam and we will see what is going on. Wow, that was a lot of talking. Man, before we continue, guys, can we just appreciate the setup? We literally set all this up today, and my mic is blocking the Python pillow. That Python pillow is dope. Like, oh my God, it looks so nice. Can I see the clock? Can I see the Python clock? Check out this clock. This is awesome. I'm going to answer your questions in a second, guys. I'm sorry, but I just have to show you this real quick because it's really cool. Check out this clock. Is this cool? You guys like it? All right. All right, let's get back into it. So, all right, sorry, starting the question. All right. Guys, if you have questions, ask me. I don't see a single question here. I just see spam and I see messages. Can you make a webinar like this where you can teach us how to get clients? Yes, in the course, I will show you how to get clients. And it might not be focusing on me, so if you want to just check in on that. All right. How much time you need to spend every day, that depends on you. 3 to 5 hours a week. That's all I ask for. This course is made for busy people. Okay, so I made this course with maybe somebody who has a full-time job with in mind. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you have a lot of errands and chores. Maybe you have a lot of prior obligations. Maybe you have school exams coming up. Maybe you have some courses or you're stuck in college and you don't have that much time. So I have a lot of that in my mind, and that's who this course is for. Somebody who doesn't have a lot of time, is busy, maybe even has a job, can only invest 3 to 5 hours. And if you invest that, you will get these results. Now, if you spend more time and more hours and try to do it faster, then you're going to get these results faster. All right, let's see. There is a 6-month payment plan, yes, and there's a 3-month payment plan that we have put together for you. Okay, so you can use either or. You can use the PayPal one or you can use this one. Let's have this thing focus real quick. There we go. It's looking better. Seriously, what's going on with this camera? Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah? Okay, cool. Maybe I'm just messing it up then. Yeah, so yeah, guys, you're gonna have access to the private Facebook group. Okay, that's you don't have to worry about that. That's gonna be there. That's there for you. Tell us course time. I'm opening this course only for a few days, and then again, this is my course that I open and then I close. So I'm going to give you access to join now, and then you're not going to have access to join this course, okay? Once it shuts down, it shuts down. So you only have about, if you join it on this webinar, we're going to give you bonuses, but if you choose to join it later, you are not going to get the bonuses, but you're going to have essentially 48 hours before you don't have access to it anymore, okay? January 3rd is when we're going to be closing access to this course. Prem Kumar, it's not going to be possible, my friend, to get this course in 1 to 2 months from now. I might be launching this like 3 to 4 months from now, so it might be possible then, but not in 2 months. Sami says, I'm 12. How can I make at least $40 an hour as a Python freelancer? That's a good question. You're really young, but it's definitely possible. I had somebody who built the equivalent of Stripe in Russia, and that kid was making $50,000 a month. It's a pretty crazy number, but yeah, so age is not something that should stop you. I mean, obviously, if you're doing something where there are laws against your age, then yeah, you're kind of stuck. But if you can provide value and you can really build something practical that can help somebody save money or make money or help their burning problems in some way, then your age really doesn't matter. You can even make a web app and release it on your iPhone or release it somewhere, or you can make a web app and release it somewhere, yeah, so your age really doesn't matter. Yes, you can develop mobile apps with Python. You can develop apps on iPhones and you can develop apps on Android. To develop apps on Android, you can use a framework like Kivy, Kivvi. And to develop apps on that framework lets you write Python directly and make an app. And to make an app on your iOS device, like your iPhones, essentially what you'll do is you'll make a web app with Python in Django. Then you will use something called a REST API. With that API, you'll connect it to your iOS. You'll make the app on iOS in Swift, and it'll just speak to your Python app. So for example, when people are looking on this app and they are trying to click buttons and do stuff where, there's a lot of user interface there, clicking buttons, swiping up and down, changing screens, that's all going to be in your the iPhone language, right? Swift. But when they click, let's say, get the fastest route, or navigating between A and B, or getting what time a restaurant opens and whatnot, as soon as they hit that button, it's going to speak with your Python Django app, and that's going to deliver the results back to you on your iPhone app. Okay, so yes, you can make both Python, Android and iOS and all mobile apps with Python. So we're not going to be moving the payment date. Again, we are really opening it up only for a small group of people, which you guys were a part of, and then we're shutting it down on January 3rd. and then you won't have a chance to get this course. So it is available for a limited time, but this is the flagship Profitable Programmer course, okay? This has pretty much everything that you could ever want from a course. And just to put it in front of you what it is, I'm gonna open up screen share real quick, and I'm gonna turn this off. And I'm gonna go to, which slide? Is it this one? Yep, I think it's this one. So this is just to show you what you're getting, right? So the Profitable Programmer modules, and because of what they teach you and how much revenue you can earn on the end of that, their value is about $4,179, okay? The Profitable Programmer private Facebook group is valued at $200. And the interviews, you know, they're valued quite a bit as well. So you have an interview where you can learn how to start your own SaaS company, SaaS. We're interviewing with the best developers in the world on everything, right? So we have the best developers for a SaaS app. We have the best developer who can show you how to become the best coach in the world. She works on codementor.io, and she's the top mentor there. She was my personal mentor as well. We have an interview with Justin Mitchell, who has an amazing YouTube channel and an amazing business with Python, and he can help you build your own business with Python. We have an interview with Marius, who can help you get jobs at companies like EA, Games, and Square, and Microsoft, and he's worked at all of those companies. We have an interview with Nick Drain, who can help you become a badass with Python. He's a consultant, and he'll help you generate anywhere from $150 to $300 an hour. And we have an interview with Billy Bross, who's the #1 Facebook ads expert, and he will show you how you can use Facebook for free first to get clients for Python, and then to use paid traffic to get clients for Python, okay? So all of this is valued at about $12,000, okay? So this is a lot of value that you guys are getting. Again, let's move this back. Which slide is that one? Yep, there we go. You can get started on this for just $497 today, okay? These are the links, and at this point, if you're still here, definitely go click and join, okay? Get this course. You're gonna get a confirmation email and join. Don't be that person who's sitting on the fence and is always deciding. Decide, take action, and start your new year with taking action, okay? And then you're set yourself up for success. Now, I'm gonna jump back on the questions and answers, okay? Screen share off. Is it on? Is it off? Okay, cool. There we go. How do I balance school and programming? Well, we have a lot of students who are in that same position in the Profitable Programmer course. It's very easy. You have 3 to 5 hours in a week, my friend, no matter what you tell yourself. Elon Musk finds 10 to 20 hours a week to spend with his family every week. He runs 4 giant companies. How does he do that? So we have to be the master of our own time, and we gotta let time not control us, okay? So I promise you, you have at least 3 to 5 hours a week, and yeah, you can spend it to essentially invest in yourself and become a pretty badass Python developer. Okay, let's see who has joined so far and what their reasons are. We have Siddharth that joined. We have, let's see, we have Muhammad Raza that joined. That's great. We have Sergio Bonti that joined. That's awesome. And let's see what they are saying. So I'm going to read you guys some of their reasons for joining, and then we'll go over, yeah, just why they joined. So we have VJS Bali, and he's saying, I hate 9-to-5 jobs and I want to get out of them, and I want to work as a freelancer and spend quality time with my loved ones. Okay, so I'm reading it on my phone here. You guys probably can't see that clearly. Sergio says, I want to learn. Let me see how's that framed. Yeah. He says, I want to learn Python programming because I want to help myself and my family. That's a great reason, Sergio. Cyril Vergara says, why join this course? I wanted to solve a lot of our system problems here in the office. Thank you so much. You're very enlightening, sir. Thumbs up. So there are people who already have technical jobs in IT maybe, and they just want to become more valuable to their company. And their company, therefore, is probably going to pay them more. So if you can even get a $1,000 a year increase, which is not a lot, which is easy to get, especially with something like Python, that would justify the price of the course. It's already 2x your investment, okay? So welcome, Cyro. I'm happy to have you be a part of this family. Greg BN Ames says, I want to be a kick-ass developer and create an app as well. I would like to also do freelance work. Great. Awesome. Welcome, Greg. And then another one I'm going to read for now is Romeo. And he says, hello, Kazi. How are you? This is Romeo. I am a senior in information system management, and I'm joining this course to improve my coding skills because I didn't learn a lot in school. I want to create my path and build my own company. Perfect. Welcome, Romeo. It's a very good reason to join because we're going to get nitty gritty into the coding skills as well. And then we're going to help you even learn things like building your own companies, right? So there's a lot of focus on putting money into your pocket, getting you that revenue, generating that, recurring income that can help you put your mind essentially at ease. If you buy the course now, yes, you can start at any time. We're going to drip the course out to you weekly. The first 2-3 weeks are going to be unlocked for you. And the weeks after that, you're going to get them one at a time. So, okay, each module is going to unlock, 1 week later. When will I relaunch it again? I will not be relaunching it for the next couple of months. There's no set date for it, but, this is our flagship course, and we want to take this cohort of students and we want to help them get massive results. Our goal is to get you guys big, big, big wins, okay? And we can do that because we can pay a lot of attention. We have our customer support team backing you up. And because we have a slightly smaller group than we would if we keep launching it to everybody, we can focus on and help you get results. So think of this course as being in that testing mode right now where we are just focusing on getting you those results. And then once it's even more proven that we're getting you results, we're just going to launch it to everybody. Okay. And then at that point, it's a little bit harder to give one-on-one attention to most students. But, at that point, it's also going to be more pricey, probably double or triple the price. Ali says, what is actually Django? That's a good question. Django is something that lets you write code in Python, but it lets you make a web app with Python. So if you just wrote Python code, you'd just be kind of stuck in building apps on your local computer that you can't share with anybody, okay? It's just, maybe your app is cool. It's like Instagram, but it's offline Instagram that you can't show anybody. So that kind of sucks. But Django will allow you to make a web app that's going to be awesome. And actually, Instagram was built with Django. And you can then share that app with the world. Okay? That's what Django will help you do. Ali, what are you talking about? Dude, I just answered your question. He's not answering our questions. Let's see. I'm trying to answer everybody's questions. Just look at how many questions are coming in. Please, I beg you, I'm a human being. Sami, I already answered your question, my friend. What's difference between this and a Udemy course? Udemy course will only teach you how to do technical development with Python. Udemy course will not teach you how to get a job as a Python developer, how to attract clients as a Python developer or freelancer, and how to earn revenue as a freelancer. So if you want to put your money into something that doesn't give you money back, a lot of those courses are going to be like that on online platforms, okay? My course will help you get there in the fastest way possible, and a lot of my focus is on helping you put that money back into your pocket. I want to help you get those clients. So that's what the focus of this course is on versus a lot of the other online courses. Jessim says, what are the other options for poor people who can't afford your course? Here's what I say. I have 99% of my material online for free on YouTube. Please go through it. And I promise you, you're going to get a lot of gold and valuable information. Use that to generate an income and earn money. And then you can take that and reinvest it into this course. Okay. So that's what I would say to you. No, that is pretty good. You can do projects, and if you do projects, you can end up becoming a developer. But again, just look at how you said it. You said do projects and then become a developer. The middle part can take sometimes a very long time, and a lot of people are not very specific about what that part is. Okay, so just doing development to getting a job can be a pretty difficult process. You want to know exactly what you need to do in the middle to get a job. And my goal is not for you to wait for a year before you get a job. My goal is to get you a job as you're learning programming. So as little as 2 to 3 months in. Keep in mind, we have students for 2 to 1 week in the course, 7 days or 14 days in the course, and they're already earning an income. Okay, so I hope that you guys have joined. I hope that you are going to join. You are going to be hearing from me in probably the next few days if you haven't. Thank you so much for coming. I absolutely appreciate you. I tried to answer as many of your questions as I could. This has been very, very awesome. Very, very amazing. Again, my goal for you is whether you join this course or not, I want to give you everything that's actionable that you can start. Okay. So I hope that you leave this webinar feeling inspired and you can take what I've shown you to crush it. Okay. Again, whether you're going to join this course or not. Okay. I don't care about that. I care about you getting these results. And also this channel and Clever Programmer would not exist without you. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting and being on this awesome webinar. And as always, I'm Kazi, and I'll see you in the next video. Whoosh.